Hi, so I'm going to be explaining what the purpose of atheism is spiritually. And so basically, atheism is there to create hunger, basically spiritual starvation for the supernatural. Because what happens is atheists eventually they come to the wall where they realize even practically like this system has no value, this belief system, right? And so they even put their beliefs aside and they start looking for purpose, right? Which practically in atheism, there is no objective purpose. You just make it up. And so what happens is a lot of atheists, they indulge in like New Age or, these sort of like anything basically but Christianity. Some atheists do become Christian, of course, but I'm talking in like big picture terms kind of. So the reason atheism was created is to create this starvation for the supernatural. And so that when the new world order religion is formed and the Antichrist and all this stuff, that these people who have been starved from a secular worldview, which is most of the world has a secular worldview right now. It's recent, but that's just the current worldview. And so what's going to happen is people who are, lukewarm Muslims, lukewarm Christians, just, whatever religion, right? Because they have their actual religion, their belief system is really secular. When the new religion is provided for them, they're going to accept it because they're going to see wonders. They're going to see what they want as evidence. Right? And so they're going to go after this new world order religion. And that's the purpose of atheism. So when these apologists go after atheism, I notice that their mentality is that atheism itself is the issue, that like that is the problem. But actually, atheism is just like the worm on a hook that people bite at, right? So atheism is very appealing. If you grow up in the city, you have no real connection to nature, or you grow up in the country, right? And then you're bitter against all of the hypocrites in the church, which is fair, or you're just kind of like a weirdo or like a loser and you kind of want to sound edgy. So you kind of like poke your finger in what you think everyone's like sky teddy bear is or whatever, like 2008 atheist slang you want to say. All right. And so that's another thing that I try to do in this channel is I try to seek the root of the problem and not just apply pressure to the symptom, because atheism is just a symptom of spiritual emptiness and a secular worldview. It's preparing people for something, preparing them for a big fall. All right, so God bless. Have a good morning.